Hey, hello world. It's me, Ryan, aka Crownsen's Corner. This is the Healing Chefs podcast. And today's guest we have Tree.
What's good, you guys? Thank you very much for having me.
What's up, Doug? Sorry, sorry about that. But yeah, man. Glad that you came in. Just so everyone knows, the Healing Chefs is all about. Just because we are always talking about, it says chefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chefs in the sense that every chef is a chief, is a leader of their own space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a cook, but when I'm in charge, I'm a chef, right?
Yeah.
So I think everyone in their own way that I have on the podcast is a chef in their own way. This is the Healing Chefs. So I wanted everyone to kind of understand that. But
Yes, sir. Well, I'm honored to be here.
yeah,
With that being said,
heard, chef. All right. So with that being said, we're going to jump into our first segment, which is Cannabis Journey. All right. So, Cannabis Journey is all about how you found cannabis yourself, and then where you're at with it now.
mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So, I have found cannabis kind of just through growing up. I was probably like around seventh, 8th grade. So that's 14, I think, around 14.
13, 14,
Yeah,
15. Yeah,
13, 14, probably 14. But
I feel it.
my first time like actually getting high was actually a gummy, and where was I was in Oklahoma, so this was before Oklahoma had like medicinal cards and stuff out, so there
Okay.
wasn't too many dispensaries and stuff, but there would be a lot of like weed that would come from Texas and other states around. So my
That's
homie,
even weirder.
yeah,
Coming
because
from
Texas
Texas is
also,
very strict.
yeah, extremely strict. But
Yeah.
my friend actually, he had hit me up on like a Thursday, and he's like, "Bro, I got some of these gummies and shit." I ran over to his house, smacked one of the gummies, and my homegirl actually had a party that night, so it was a great experience for my first time. But I kind of just found cannabis through hanging out with my friends, and just smoking in our free time when I wasn't playing sports. Oftentimes we'd have more time to like chill, and if nobody like was like around, because obviously you're not supposed to be smoking. And in
Right.
Oklahoma too, there's a big stigma against cannabis at the time, and then also smoking as a young like black person, that would also bring more like bad like bad vibes to the smoking sense. But like it was never really something that I looked down upon, as compared to like everyone I was around, except for my friends, of course, and the people I'd be with. But a lot of the adults and people there would definitely frown upon it, So that was something like I found myself, I was one of the few people smoking and stuff, and I always enjoyed it. It always helped me, even with sports and after sports and recovery and so many different ways, and just
For
also
sure.
like.
For sure. Like I told you, I went to Goldwater High School,
Mhm.
and me and the homie and well, a bunch of us, but his one that I know for sure, Ray Fiore, we would like go to we would go smoke or whatever, and then we would run to his house, and his
Yeah.
mom would be like cooking up like, oh man,
The
what was it?
best food.
Chorizo y papas or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
yeah, and we could eat that and then go play football. Man, that was, I mean, that was the whole community and everything about it. Like every time I've ever had weed, it was all about like bringing people together and stuff like that. That's the weed. I think I've seen like a comedian say this. Like weed's the only drug that you smoke some and then you try to hand it to somebody else.
Mhm.
Every other drug, you like a lot of other drugs, you're like trying to hoard to yourself and everything. But we just like, here you go.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Yeah.
It's definitely like a bonding, something that's really good for bonding.
And so with um cannabis and everything after you started it and everything, but now we're here with like dispensaries and everything.
Uh-huh.
How'd you made your way out of like Oklahoma and
Yeah. So around high school time, I had made my way out of Oklahoma, and I actually moved to Tucson. And what I didn't understand before moving to Tucson is how big of a cannabis community they have out there. So when I did move to Tucson, I was able just to really like not indulge fully because I was still younger, and not in my own house yet and stuff, still getting started with life. But
uh,
like yeah, I was able to really like shop around and see like what Tucson had to offer as far as like hash and like kush and like different strains of weed and just everything that is in Tucson, like burners came through Tucson. There's a big
okay,
community, as I'm sure in
yeah,
Tucson.
yeah.
So it was really cool
Well, you got
moving
the
there.
and now you got like, and shout out to the Chiefers bringing a lot of attention to Tucson as well. There's a lot of people really putting on for Tucson here lately, so that's I'm glad to see it, but I'm also glad to see that they're getting more dispensaries out there, so like
Yeah.
people have a little more opportunities.
No, definitely.
Um, so with that, like, are you like only flower just for our people? Like you only smoke
Um
flower or
Yeah, currently, so like I was dabbing for a little bit, man. Like when I first had got my own house and stuff, I got a little rig set up, just something cheap though, not no heady glass or
yeah, you
anything.
ain't talking to the yeah, I ain't got nothing like that. I break all that. So,
Yeah, so just had a little dab set up, but honestly, I really just fell in love with flower over the years, like especially because when I first started smoking, like there were like not that many variations of weed. The weed in Oklahoma we get, like there was like Mexican weed, of course, like brickweed, Mersh, and
right.
then you would get homegrown weed. A lot of that's just grown by people in their fields and stuff. And like I remember the first strain that I really like stuck out to me that me and my friends were smoking was Girl Scout cookies, and that one
Okay.
like that was when I was like, whoa, like there's more to this. I never smoked
Right.
nothing like this,
Yeah.
and like where did this come from? And my homie, I remember Lance. We wasn't good friends, but my homie Drew was friends with him. He had actually brought it from Colorado, and we were still young, so for him to bring some weed out there was really nice, and that kind of is what like began my like hook into like cannabis and like
What sparked your interest into it and whatnot?
no,
That,
most definitely.
that's dope. Yeah, because like we all started with like I don't know. For some people, they call like you call it like the Mexican like weed or what dirt weed or something like that. But like even in Missouri, what we were getting it from like the biker gangs and stuff. It was
Mhm.
just brick weed.
Yeah,
Shout out to people that brought brick weed because at the time there
facts.
was no other weed. So shout out to y'all, little flowers now.
Yep.
Um,
Thank y'all, thank
yeah,
y'all.
yeah. But then you had the guys and stuff that would randomly every once in a while show up with like some hydro or something, and you're like,
Mhm.
wow. But yeah, that then it kind of shows you what the possibilities are. So how did you turn that into your passion for like Treed for like if you guys don't know like Treed is a product like
Yeah,
there's
yeah. So
products and stuff so
Treat is a brand. What we do is cannabis accessories, and
yeah
we kind of curate them for people that actively smoke almost. I won't say every day because not everyone has the availability to smoke every day, but for people that are actively able to smoke and still take care of their responsibilities, this
yeah
could be the doctor that smokes as soon as he gets home, just to relieve stress, or the stay-at-home mom that smokes before her workout, just
right
to clear her head before her day with the kids. Or so it's kind of just a brand really to give people like it's a lot of things, bro. It's a lot of things, and it's
yeah
as I grow it too, I'm realizing it's shifting into other things too. But it's a brand that is like just curated for people that enjoy cannabis and really enjoy like we were talking about the community it brings and the opportunities it brings and just yeah, like people that want to smoke efficiently too. So
yeah it's dope. And we'll get into the products there in the last part, but yeah no I like to see all these different things that come out in the community industry. I don't really know
mhm.
what we're talking about anyway because those words
Yeah.
are all made up anyway.
No, definitely.
But I like seeing the people come out, especially with like your branding and everything. Like,
Mhm.
there's a certain way that like all like a lot of us stoners have like um I've always been like. There's a lot of what I call Taylor Swifting of the industry
Mm.
and of cannabis right now, whitewashing, if you will,
Yeah.
of it. And do I think it's good for it? In some aspects, yeah, because it makes it approachable for the people that weren't the people like us smoking it when it wasn't legal.
Mhm.
But sometimes you don't want that to be the main. You don't want it to take over. So
Yeah, most
um,
definitely.
so I do like to see your brand and all stuff like Chiefers and all these other different brands
Mhm.
that come out, and Leafers and stuff like that, with the branding and stuff that brings back that real stoner mentality and
Yeah,
way of stuff. Like, it's art. We're not children, but we like cool looking stuff. So
most definitely.
I love it. All right, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next segment, which is Trip Tales.
Okay,
Pretty
okay.
sick. Play this little segment real quick.
But there's some fire up in there.
Yeah, I don't normally smoke nicotine, but yeah, I'm a hit. I'm a hit it.
Yeah,
I'm a
hell yeah.
smoker. Yeah. Like, what you got? Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead take a drink out of this.
That was a fire mug, by the
Hey,
way,
by the
man.
way, yeah, we'll talk about that here. Mm. Yeah, it's great. Shameless plug. All right. Anyway, so Trip Tales is all about psychedelics. Your experience with them. If you have any stories or
Mhm.
lessons you would like to share with people.
Yeah. So the psychedelics, man. Me personally, I have just stuck to the natural things. I haven't taken no acid strips, no
I
nothing too crazy. But the mushrooms, the shroomies,
yeah,
the gnomes, I really love them, man. I feel like when you use them accordingly, to what your body is telling you,
right.
you always gonna get great results. So I really like the mushrooms, and I try to stick to like natural stuff, so that's why I've only like consumed mushrooms. But what I've learned recently is the mushrooms get there's levels to the mushrooms too. You
Oh
have
yeah, dog.
albino mushrooms and Amazonian mushrooms and like shit you cannot find in certain places. So I definitely love the
People
mushrooms.
people don't even know about fresh ones yet.
Mhm.
Fresh ones are like. So I went to Amsterdam, but we'll go ahead and
Oh man.
that's another day.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you're learning that there's different levels to the shrooms and whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, because like albino, like there's called apes, and for everybody that's not ready for this, I don't really. They're albino penis envy.
Mhm.
They have those. Those are super strong.
Man, the penis envy be some of the best, man. I've had some of the albino ones too.
Yeah,
Some of the most
those are
fire.
crazy. Like, I was talking to someone recently, and we both like are on the same wavelength with that. Like,
Mhm.
some just I can't find a real good level with the apes. Like, it's just either like crazier in hell or just like not enough, or it's too much. So I tried a different strain that I'm glad that you brought that up recently. I tried it's called Tidal Waves.
Mm.
It's a mix between B pluses and Penis Envy, and it was way more like a body fry
Yeah.
than too much mental. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I've experimented with the micro dosing too, man. I feel like you can find a really good balance too, like with a small micro dose and then your regular usage of cannabis throughout the
Right.
day. I mean, everyone's different though, of course, so don't get too crazy
Yeah.
at home.
Don't
But
be yelling at people on a plane.
or anything wild like that.
And do you have any like stories of any like anything you've learned off of psychedelics, or any like
I will say you always learn something almost every time. Would you agree with that or
oh, absolutely.
yeah, like but There's one time I definitely, because I've never had a bad trip personally out of all the times I've had mushrooms, but I definitely had one where I learned this your environment plays a big part. So this was a random Sunday, and my homies, they're white boys, they're good friends of mine, bro. They hit me up and they're like, "Hey,
White
bro,
boys.
what you got going on today?" And I love them. These are all my good friends, and I'm like, "Bro, I really don't got nothing on. I had already went to like taking care of my stuff for the day." So they're like, "Oh, we're about to pick you up, bro. Like, we're gonna have a good day." And I'm like, "All right, bet. Should I trust them?" So it's good. And boom. So they show up to my house, pick me up, hop in. It's good. It's good. Rolling up a blunt. I'm like, "So what is we about to do?" And they tell me we're going to the Renaissance Festival. And me
Ah,
personally, I had never been, so I'm like, "All right, cool shit. I'm down to go." But then they pulled out the shroomies, and these was like some blue, like bluish albino,
yeah,
small. And I don't know if the shrooms is the same with the weed, where some of the best weed be small nugs, like small batch, small nugs, potent fire. So I don't know if it's the same with the shrooms, but these was really powerful, small shrooms,
yeah,
and I had just taken a handful, but boom, ate those, and I don't have a problem with the taste either. A lot of people complain about it, but it's
right.
like I drink green smoothies and stuff. That shit
Oh,
does
yeah,
not taste no better. So,
yeah. No, I've had all the cleanse stuff. Yeah, it's no good. But yeah, so
but basically, get to the Renaissance Festival and just get in there, and I'm like, oh wow, like it's a whole like thing, like a damn show. They have the whole town,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
have
I've
vendors
only
and
been to one, but yeah, yeah.
a whole experience. So I wasn't tripping yet, but keep in mind, all of my friends had taken them, and we all just met up because we wanted to get like a rendezvous point. And
Yeah.
this random lady, my homie was sitting on the ground because I could tell he's a little bit smaller, so I could tell the shrooms were starting to activate faster. And she just comes up to him, and she was listening to all of us talk, and she says his name. She's like, his name was Sean, but she said, "Sean, are you okay?" And we're all like, "What?" This random lady is saying his name like he knows him, and that's like when the trip activated, and
Oh
like
shit.
he's like, "Bro, let's get up, like let's get going," because he was just sitting on the ground. I don't know how non-normal he looked, but basically, boom. So these shrooms is extremely powerful, man. Like very potent. We all get very high, and me and my homies, shit, we're tripping so much. The one that was on the ground, and like we had taken shrooms together before, so like we know how to like how that should be. Like your mind is always in
Try to help
control.
each other out and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like your mind is always in control. So like at the end of the day, you only gonna trip so much. But basically, like about 2 hours, we're still tripping, and it was just crazy because like at the Renaissance Festival, you see all different types of people, and like everyone's dressed up and stuff. And I feel like when
Yeah.
you take the mushrooms, you get in like a more of a spiritual, like you're in a more spiritual sense, and like I'm walking around all these people and I see their like auras behind them, and there's some like bad people there, man. Like some people that definitely do not be doing good things in their free time, and I could kind of like
Damn.
feel that energy. And
Yeah.
there's also families there and kids there, but like I'm just tripping hella with sunglasses on, seeing all these people, and like I could just tell,
Feel it.
bro,
You
there
can
was
feel it.
yeah bad energy in there. So I was like, bro, are you feeling how I'm feeling? And he's tripping hella at this point too. Thankfully, I had the sunglasses on, but I was like,
Sunglasses.
bro, we gotta get out of here, bro. We gotta get out of here. So me and my homie just dipped and went to car and rode up. But leaving there, man, was so hard because we was so high and it's like a
Oh,
maze, bro. And I'm running
yeah.
into all these different people. But it just taught me that you just gotta stay on your own path, honestly. Like you don't stuff that it taught me a lot of things, bro, but definitely there's time and place for everything. And like it taught me that you can't trust everybody. Like for some reason, like there just be bad people that they could look completely normal and there's a bad aura with them, and it's like, oh, I need to
Vi-
stay away from some of those
Energy's a real
people.
thing,
A
dog.
real
A
thing.
real thing. Like I get like within a couple seconds of meeting somebody, I feel them out. Like you can tell me all the great things I want to hear, but I'll feel it.
Mhm.
But also, what you were talking about, and I'm glad that you brought that up, is something good for people to learn about. It's called set and setting,
Mhm.
and it's about when you what like like what you're doing with like psychedelics and everything, you should always do psychedelics with intent.
Mhm.
Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to have a good time? Okay. Or are you trying to learn something? Are you trying to go through some trauma? Because that'll happen. What are you trying to do? So set your intention, and then wherever you're at, you need to set up your setting.
Yes.
So
No, definitely. And I had experienced the shrooms before then, and this was only like because I don't think it was a bad experience because it taught me something like always, but it definitely showed me like there's like you gotta respect the shrooms too, because these are little ones I just took.
they talk to you too.
And yeah, they like, and I remember pulling them out the bag. I could feel like in my hands, I was like, whoa, like these shrooms are different. Because I've had a lot of shrooms before, and like it was just different, man. It definitely taught me a lot. And the intention too, like you can like cleanse yourself with the shrooms, or you can like help yourself get through something, like all different types of things, or open up your mind with creativity. Like the shrooms definitely
Yeah.
are healers and teachers for sure. Like that's why some of them are called teachers and stuff.
Golden teachers.
Hmm.
Yeah. I like those too. Especially those because golden teachers, and I've had a lot of different strains and stuff like that. Golden
Hmm.
teachers are a good, like, I feel like a starter
Yeah.
for people, so you can take those and kind of like trip and like smoke weed and stuff, and you're not going to go
Get
too
into it.
far.
Yeah.
But like when you go to the apes, you better be ready because
You have to have experienced some type of, or
yeah.
it's better if you've experienced shrooms before you get to the apes or the.
But here's the thing with shrooms are great. I prefer acid over
Hmm.
shrooms because shrooms will bring up. I don't know if it's whether it's called chitin or chitin or chitin or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's the unprocessable fiber that's the shrooms are.
Hmm. That
Eh,
they grow out of, or they
Well, yeah,
grow of.
yeah, but like the actual part of like the body of the shroom that your stomach can't really process. So
Hmm.
your stomach is also letting you know that you had poison because you're giving food poisoning to yourself,
Yeah.
basically. And I feel like that brings up a lot of like feelings. Like sometimes you kind of get a little angry or something like that, or you're going
Yeah.
through more sad stuff. Whereas acid, I'm more like all the happy feelings and whatnot, and it's a little more just about the fun. I haven't had any really like big lessons with acid other than
Mhm.
like I met God on acid.
Yeah.
I met God on acid for sure.
And I'm sure that was a great experience.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna get into all that, but yeah, like it's set and setting, being intentful with what you're doing is always key. But seems like you and I are on the same path. Like we do everything with intention.
No,
And
definitely.
even when everything gets out of hand, I like how you embrace the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like okay, I'm high and this is bad, or I'm not. Maybe this is a bad situation for some, but like I just know now in the future, I know how to handle that, and now I'm not going to do that.
Always a learning experience, man.
Lessons are
Like,
blessings.
yes, and you have to be able to accept the lesson. You can't just think about it like, oh, this is how I lost, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
in life. Like, this is why I messed up. But you just gotta understand, like, everything happens for a reason most of the time, and gotta just keep it pushing.
Universe is going to keep sending you the same message.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to respond?
Yep.
Nice. All right.
No, definitely.
We can go ahead and jump into our break, and then we're going to come back. That's a good point to jump into mental health.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Aisha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment, a race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us. abarientertainment.com.
Oh, okay, very
Oh yeah,
nice.
you know they got all a bunch of stuff going on.
Man, that's
Yeah,
really
check
cool.
out real quick. Check out Habari Entertainment. We'll get into the plug and stuff like that at the end. But yeah, for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and drop the mental health is wealth, please.
That's fire.
Yeah, one of my homies from back in Missouri, he heard me a couple times. I'm like, I made those clips. He's like, I love how you love what you've done so much.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You have to be proud of yourself. You know, that's
I
part
do
of
this.
what we're about to get into, literally.
I do this stuff. One, like I do reviews and stuff for weed, so people know when they're going into the dispo or want to know about a certain weed to help them. I don't do it so people know me. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I do this stuff to put everybody on, but also because I want to hear what I see the color red, but I know it's not the same color red that you see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to hear from everybody. And if you don't know me, and a lot of people start to learn to know me, I'd like to talk
Yeah.
about, especially about weed with stuff like that. Like I don't really talk too much to like people that I don't like or whatnot or something. But when you,
Mhm.
if I like you, you can't. Most of the time, people got to go just fucking chill.
Yeah.
Like I won't shut the fuck up. But that's why I guess I got a podcast going.
Yeah.
Here.
That's why, man, there's nothing wrong with being passionate about what you're doing, you know.
No.
If you look at like adult life and stuff, you see a lot of people are not passionate at all about what they're doing. So it
Mhm.
definitely separates you as far as your well-being and like your relationships with other people, because at the end of the day you're gonna be happier if you like what you're doing. So
It's my it's my mental health is what we're
Mhm.
talking about right here. Is like was it Rick Rubin who was saying it? He said when you're trying to do stuff for others,
Mhm.
that's not it at all. You're gonna be on a constant search for whatever people want, and it's never gonna work.
Yeah.
So, as an artist, what everything is making something that you like. So, if you like it and other people like it, dope.
Mhm.
But at least you like it,
No,
and that's what
definitely.
I'm saying. So, with mental health, and I've had a huge battle myself with it, and
Mhm.
wins and losses constantly. How have you dealt with mental health as it is in today's society?
Definitely, it's definitely a journey. You know, I'm sure everyone can say they have their own journey when it comes to mental health, but it's really about how you like react to it. You know, and really how you deal and cope with the things that are going on. Like the entrepreneurship route, you have a lot of stuff that like can get you down, you know, and like not only monetarily, but people, not everyone gonna believe in you. And regarding believing in yourself, it's a lot harder when not everyone sees your vision, you know, or even supports your vision. So things like that can really like make you like feel down on yourself and stuff like that. But it's all about how you like react to it. And honestly too, you gotta kind of like, after you start knowing how to react to those things, you gotta like prepare yourself, almost like it's okay, like I've been through this before, you know,
Yeah,
so this
yeah,
is how we deal with it. But I feel like stuff like doing stuff for yourself, once you start putting yourself first, then after that you're able to do things for other people, you know, and like you're able to do something like for someone else, and no matter what they think, you know, it was like the right thing, you know, even if it's like helping someone that's in a difficult situation, and you give them something that they might not think will help them but ends up helping them in the long run, you know, and things like that. So like
yeah,
just getting your mental ready for things like that, and coping with yourself, you know, eating the right foods, and like there's a lot of things that go into it, you know, your body is all
yeah,
intertwined. So
for sure. Like I definitely know when I'm eating crap,
yeah.
which I've been eating a little bit more lately, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, no.
Yeah.
Then we'll go hit up Salad and Go and stuff like that. I'm going through my own stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be going back to the gym, but I gotta figure out some stuff in my life first. But then once I'm there, then I'm back in the gym and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's something that helps me. I don't know about with a lot of people. That's something that I need to do. Right now, I'm doing a lot of other physical stuff that
Yeah.
I just don't have the time or energy to put into the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I will make that time in the future. But that's something that for me, I don't know, as a veteran, as a man, I don't know, that I have to go to the gym sometimes and just like work out and stuff. When my mind is not working right, I get my
Yeah.
body going.
Yeah.
When my body isn't working right, I get my mind going.
And that's where that balance comes in. You can't put a bunch of bad things in your body and expect your mind to be like
Yeah.
at 100%. Like they are gonna affect each other.
Which is funny because I did have some soldiers in the army that drank nothing but like soda and ate ramen and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, doesn't your body hurt right now? Like, aren't you screaming?
Yeah.
But they're like, no, I love this. I'm like, okay. I just don't get it. But
No, definitely.
But yeah, I like that you bring up being an entrepreneur and trying to have like you with Treed with your own brand,
Mm-hmm.
and then myself trying to with the Healing Chefs and stuff like that. There's a lot of people, like I've even had people tell me like, your podcast sucks. I'm like, thanks. And I'm like, because I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Like, but that doesn't bother me at all. I'm like, there's so many things in life that I don't like, but I don't also have to go comment and tell them that I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a right place and a right time for everything, man. And you gotta be able to like understand, because it's only up to you whose opinion you value, and like some people don't add no value to your life, so it's like, why would you ever value their opinion, and then especially with the social media stuff, because a lot of that stuff, very rarely these people are saying these things in person, and like, when they do, it's like probably a different situation. But yeah, just gotta know how to bounce from those things and just keep it pushing, literally.
Yeah, it is funny though, coming at a mental health look at it, coming from where I came from, and then like people now that are involved with cannabis and some of the real wild things that people say and do, and I'm like, you guys don't really understand where we came from to doing this stuff,
and the roots
and the repercussions of stuff that you just did. But it's all a learning process. I hope people start to, there's some way, like I guess the market will decide. We'll get those people kind of like out of the way, because in the end it's like a brand is a promise. That's what Disney is. Every time anything Disney, you're gonna get the same experience wherever you're at.
A good story.
Yeah. So maybe for those that are like mad and stuff at people nowadays, maybe just take that energy and like
put it into
yourself. Like take that lesson that you're trying to yell at someone and realize that there's probably something in your life that you've done exactly like that. And you should be telling yourself that right now.
No, definitely. I can think about sometimes that has happened, but I definitely agree with what you're saying.
I feel it, and I have lessons come up all the time. I'm still getting served lessons. Even I've made mistakes and stuff, and said some stuff to people before that I regret saying, but like at least I've gone in my own way back to those people and tried to make amends. So
and even if they don't accept it, you did what you needed to do,
and that's finding peace in your own heart, and that's a good part of mental health right there.
No, definitely.
But yeah, guys, you should probably try therapy if you're not in therapy. If you want to talk about anything, what really helped me, I don't know if you know, but what really helped me stop being that really aggressive, argumentative, reactive person is ketamine treatment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm a veteran of PTSD combat and everything like that. So I was very reactive and like very like just like I don't know, man, like a hard on, just like
Yeah,
it's like
aggressive.
just fucking always mad and ready to fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with the ketamine treatment, it just kind of turns that around, and I'm just like, I'm a completely different person, and it's like
Yeah.
it makes me look at that guy that I used to be, the real reactive person. I can sit him in the back corner and be like, I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we ever need that strength, I can pull from that strength, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be
Just
that
put 'em away
wild.
from now. Yeah,
And it doesn't
yeah.
have to be that wild, just controlled.
No, definitely. And I've seen how ketamine and psychedelics in general, bro, they're gaining popularity amongst like the West Coast. I don't know how the East Coast is, but definitely California, you know, Seattle,
Yeah.
Oregon, those places, they're gaining popularity and decriminalizing, and that stuff just helps for overall health and treatments and just clarity, you know. So
Yeah, I think they've been hiding it from us for a while,
mm-hmm.
and I think it does really help.
No, definitely.
But it also can be abused, so let
Yeah.
everyone know that too. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the last segment,
Mm-hmm.
which is plug talk, and it's all about what we got going on.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, plug talk is all about plugging what we got going. And if anybody's watching, and when you're watching, the reason I'm wearing sunglasses is that this studio is way brighter right now.
No, definitely.
So that's why I have these on. I'm not trying to be some sort of, but anyway, let's talk about Treed.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, Treat, I know we talked about it a little bit, but as far as plugging myself, man, this is one of my favorite products right here. I don't know if you guys saw me using it before. I'll show all the cameras. So this one's my personal one. It's got some stickers on it, but this right here is the Treat Ash Can. You know, it's one of our products that we provide for everyday smokers. Maybe not every day, you know, but people that consume cannabis on a often basis, you know, and you like efficiency and stuff like this. So the Treed Ash Can, that have you seen this before on Instagram or
Yeah,
anything?
I've
Okay,
seen it
for
all
sure, for
over.
sure. Yes, sir. So this is a 3-piece ash can. I'm not gonna dump it out because this one is full, but this bottom part you can unscrew, and basically that's how you're gonna dump out all your material that's in here. You can put your tobacco guts, your joint tips, maybe your stems
It's got a
that
lot
you
of
didn't
space
roll
in
up.
there for you, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's very
comparable
functional.
to the size of right here, just
Oh,
about the same size as a can. You know, if it's perfectly in your cup holder, and it does have a light on the lid, which is very nice. Yeah, it's extremely
what?
bright in here, so you can't really see that one right now. But the lid also comes off. You can dump it out on the top or the bottom. Perfect for your car or on your countertop. You know, it's something that you can toss around and it's not really gonna dump out. It's also very good with the smell. I won't say it's 100% smell proof, but very good with the smell. So very efficient. But that's what I call my hero product. It's definitely one of the best sellers, and it's really a bang for your buck. You know, it's only $22 on the site, so
Oh shit!
very nice
I'm
for
gonna
that
have to
one.
grab one there for sure.
Yep. And then if you don't already, the site is shop treed.us. So shoptreed.us. That's where you can find all of our products. And then I also have my blog on there, so that's where I talk about some of just I talk about a lot of different things about on there. Cannabis, you know, I talk about some of our products and kind of like our journey of branding the company Treed and just really getting stuff started. You know, that's where we're documenting everything. So definitely check out the site.
Yeah.
um if you can see these other products here we have on the desk right here, we got some of the air fresheners. Those are live on the site right now. Those $5 each.
Mhm.
Shit, they're very nice. 10 different flavors and designs and scents. So no matter what you like your car smelling like, it's gonna smell good with the Treed air freshener. So
What do they
definitely
smell like?
tap in.
Do you have the?
I would love for you to open one. Do you want
Oh,
one of those ones? You can pick out your favorite one.
let's do this one in case
Yeah,
I get pulled
that's a
over.
classic one. Yeah.
Okay, so I pulled over and Yeah, I think I had a post back in the day, or at least a story back in the day with one of these up in the
Oh, okay, okay. You
uh,
might have got a hold of one through the chain.
yeah,
Sometimes when I let the products go, they
yeah,
just make their ways to the right people.
right,
So
right. Yeah, definitely. Let me pop this one.
yeah, I think
Chicken
that
chips.
one's Fresh Seal. What does it say?
Luxury
Oh
loud.
no, that one's Luxury Loud. My apologies, Luxury Loud, man.
Oh no, that's close to like Black Ice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, that's the move.
You like it?
Oh yeah, that's the move. Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely can have that one. I got some
yeah.
for everybody too here. So
Oh, that's what's up. Thank you very much for
yes,
that.
sir.
Appreciate that. I never asked for a deal or any samples or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Never
No,
asked
I
for that
brought
shit.
some samples for
But
sure.
but I never asked a homie for a deal.
I feel it.
That's just because I mean I'm hustling out here too. So
Yeah, that's how business be, man. You gotta
yeah.
pay the price. Man.
All right, so that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna grab one of those to throw in the car so I can explain that.
For sure, for sure.
And then so if we have merch and whatnot for the Healing Chefs,
Very nice.
it's in the highlights. If you want to click on that and check that out, I might throw something up there. We have these mugs and whatnot. THC on the other side is the rest of the
And I can tell they're very
logo.
quality, you guys.
Yeah,
too.
I mean they hold stuff. I mean I'm drinking. It's a liquid.
It could be a very good stocking stuffer, you guys.
Yeah, it's a liquid that holds liquids. It can hold dry stuff too if you wanted to.
Yeah. Cannabis scooper.
You could put your pencils in there because no one uses pencils and paper anymore. Let's talk about how old are you? Anyway, shout out to Sin City Seeds that also is partial sponsor, helped us out a little bit. We're gonna be growing some of their stuff here in the future. Well, I am for myself, and maybe I'll share it some with the people once I get that going.
Love that.
Because I named one of their strains. That was pretty cool. Next up, we will have Chelsea Mulligan next up. And then from there, we'll have a couple other things, but also tap into the Healing Chefs story and everything. I'm also making some cookies and stuff.
Oh, very nice.
Partnering up with Dab and Ricky, we might be putting tins together. You know how that goes. If
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know. If you don't, you're left
Christmas
out.
time, man.
Hit us up. Thank you very much for coming again.
Yes,
it was an
thank
honor.
you.
We'll definitely do it again. We'll talk about more stuff in the future, especially us being entrepreneurs and where we're at in the future. So
Yeah,
tap
most
back in.
definitely. The site one more time.
Go.
Shoptree.us, and then we're also on Instagram at tree TREED_USA. So thank you very much again.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Also,
it.
shout out to Habari Entertainment. What's your
website, barrentertainment.com. Reach us for any news, media, and any video production that you need.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. And we're out. Oh, wait. Tap in, smoke up, trip out. And we're out.
Say thank you.